To begin with the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most beneficent, and the most merciful. My dear brothers and sisters, this is my second video for the channel, which I had started for free legal advice and discussion on certain topics. The response has been overwhelming, and the responses have been received from all over the country. I'm trying to reply one by one to all the queries. But one query certainly touched my heart. That was from a student of law school in the US, and he wanted to know about the use of technology in the judicial system in Pakistan. This subject has been very close to my heart in my entire career as a judicial officer. When we were in the field, we used to work on the use of technology in our own humble ways by using automated cause lists, etc., so that the service delivery could be improved. But when, with the blessing of the Almighty, I assumed charge as the Registrar of the Peshawar High Court, we started a full-fledged automation program, which was basically meant for minimizing human discretion, proper use of technology, and proper service delivery to the masses. Certain experiments were carried out. I'll try to highlight actually what we have been doing for the betterment of service delivery to the ordinary litigant in Pakistan. When I joined, the High Court was already working through a system called CFMIS, Case Flow Management Information System. This system meant that cases were filed in the Peshawar High Court, Peshawar, digitally as well as in hard form, and the system ensured that the receipt of the case was digitally communicated to the client and to his counsel along with the hearing for which it was fixed. That system was further extended to the district judiciary, and about 7 districts, major districts of the Pakhtunkhwa province, were extended the facility of CFMIS, and this is an ongoing process, and soon you will hear that the entire Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has been extended that facility. The second thing which was done was the information kiosk and the virtual courts. Both these were inaugurated by the Honorable Chief Justice of Pakistan, Honorable Mr. Justice Asif Saeed Khosa, and this news was given wide publicity in the newspapers of the country. The information kiosk, before the installation of the information kiosk, actually, a study was carried out by us, which meant that the daily influx of people in the Peshawar High Court was noticed, and it was noticed to be 4,000 to 5,000 people. More people coming in the Peshawar High Court meant more rush in the building, people communicating, and chances of human error or corruption was to a larger extent available to everybody. But when this information kiosk was installed, with the first installation, it was noticed that the influx of people reduced to 2,000 or 3,000 per day. This was a simple mobile app with a screen installed and a keyboard installed in the periphery of the main building. And the response was so overwhelming that the legal fraternity requested the Peshawar High Court to increase the number of information kiosks. And therefore, it was increased from 1 to 3, and it is being copied in the district judiciary as well as other places in Pakistan. Regarding the virtual courts, it was also established in the Peshawar High Court, Peshawar, and the court number 1. And again, the response was phenomenal, and requests came pouring in that this should be increased, and it was increased to 6 virtual courts, which was connected to the benches of the Peshawar High Court all over Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and 2 virtual benches were established in Mardan and in Kohat. That basically meant that you could argue your case anywhere in the benches. If you are sitting in your home station, you could argue your matter in the said respective court. After that, 29 virtual points or remote points were established in the district judiciary, connecting the whole system so that a person could argue his case sitting in D.I. Khan, a far off place, and if he wanted to argue his case in Peshawar in a court, he would do so. This is also an ongoing process, and inshallah, by the grace of Almighty, you will soon hear good news that this is being expanded. My dear brothers and sisters, when this thing was done, another major achievement of the Peshawar High Court, Peshawar, was that copies of the proceedings or the order sheets could be accessed to at the relevant station by a party. And through that mechanism, the traveling costs and litigation cost and cost of the councils was curtailed. And this thing was also appreciated a lot by the legal fraternity as well as by ordinary litigants who came to Peshawar High Court to thank us for this historic achievement. We also worked on the e-affidavit system, and that system is in the process of completion, and that basically was a tool to ensure that minimum possible disturbances are caused to anyone, and the process should be foolproof. Another thing that we did was that the ATC courts and the jails were interlinked through video conferencing. Now, that was with the help of the government, and with that we were able to properly assist the district courts or the anti-terrorism courts in dispensation of justice. Now, there has been a lot of discussion on the international media about various institutions in Pakistan. I wish they would have considered the major achievements which are being done, which have been in place before criticizing the institution. It's an ongoing process, and let me assure you that this process will continue, and we'll ensure as a system that the human discretion is minimized, and for proper administration of justice, more and more use of technology is encouraged. I'll conclude by just referring to one more technically use of technology, and that was that the entire record room of the Peshawar High Court was scanned and digitized, and the record room, the major challenge in that regard is the digitization of the record room, for which a lot of homework has been done, and which the digitization is in process, and this process is being replicated at the level of the districts. Thank you very much for listening to me, and keep on asking the questions. At the end, I would also like to thank again all the people who have subscribed to the channel, who have sent me queries, and I'll be trying one by one to answer the queries to the best of my ability. Thank you very much.